Today we're focusing on the amazing Mount Shasta, a mountain that is truly stunning and breathtaking. It reaches a towering height of 14,179 feet, or 4,321 meters, and it's impossible not to be amazed by its beauty. But there is a twist to this tale. Now let's learn about the tragic fate of Jillian Webster, who sadly lost her life on her last climb as a guide. Imagine a really big snowy volcano in California near the Oregon border. It's so tall and famous that people come from all over to see it. The special thing about this volcano is that you can actually see its top from a big road. Lots of people can't resist how pretty it is. This volcano is called Mount Shasta, and it's part of a group of mountains called the Cascade Range. It's the second highest mountain in the Cascades and the fifth highest in California. Even though it's not active anymore, it's still really impressive. The last time it erupted was 200 years ago, and it left behind a really pretty landscape. Mount Shasta looks really dramatic compared to the land around it. It's like a big protector standing tall in the distance. It's so beautiful that people who love adventures and art fall in love with it. When you climb up the mountain, you'll see amazing views. There are tall peaks, wide valleys, and you can see how big the world is. It's really special, and you have to experience it with your heart, because words can't explain it all. Mount Shasta has a graceful and symmetrical shape, and you can see it from far away. The white snowy part on top is so pretty, and it never goes away. There are clean snow fields, big icy parts, and shiny ice formations that make it look really amazing, especially when the sun shines on them. Lots of people who love the outdoors come from all over the world to climb to the top of Mount Shasta because it's so special. But in the midst of this beauty, tragedy enters our story. Let's meet Jillian Webster, a brave mountain guide from California. Growing up in Thousand Oaks, she was raised in an outdoorsy family and developed a deep love for nature. In her 20s, she worked various seasonal jobs from a ski instructor to a mountain guide to fund her adventurous spirit. She had traveled to India, trekked the Himalayas, hiked the Pacific Crest Trail from Mexico to Canada, and conquered challenging peaks in the vast wilderness of Alaska. Jillian was an extreme athlete who embraced every opportunity to immerse herself in outdoor activities she loved. Jillian found her calling as a guide for Shasta mountain guides, where her skills and knowledge made her one of the best. But fate had a different plan. Join us as we uncover the gripping journey that would forever change Jillian Webster's life in the Mount Shasta disaster. Our brave climbers, led by Jillian Webster, faced an unexpected challenge: a dangerous layer of ice on the steepest part of the climb. They didn't realize the danger that awaited them on this icy slope, a result of the previous day's storm. As they approached this risky section, another guide from Shasta Mountain Guides, positioned higher up the slope, shouted a warning. He recognized the imminent danger and quickly turned his own clients around. But when he looked back, he was horrified. Jillian Webster and her clients were caught in the grasp of gravity, sliding down the mountain uncontrollably. In the midst of the chaos, it's uncertain who slipped first. What we do know is that within moments, all three climbers were knocked off their feet, becoming passengers on a terrifying descent. They tumbled down an astonishing 2,000 vertical feet, or 600 meters. Imagine the fear gripping their hearts as they desperately tried to regain control. One climber attempted a self-arrest technique, using their ice axe to slow down by digging it into the snow. But the ice was unforgiving, and their hopes were shattered as the axe slipped from their grasp. Their heart-pounding descent continued, bodies racing down the mountain with the wind roaring in their ears. It was a moment of intense danger, a battle against nature's forces that seemed determined to consume them. As the guide who witnessed the fall descended the treacherous icy slope, he marveled at the icy conditions that had transformed the mountain. Even an experienced professional would struggle to stop or slow down in such challenging circumstances. The guide quickly informed a colleague lower down the mountain and embarked on a careful search for the victims. Step by step, the guide made his way down the icy slope, finding pieces of lost equipment along the way: an abandoned ice axe, a trekking pole, a crampon, and a single black glove. Meanwhile, the colleague who had been radioed found the victims several hundred feet below Helen Lake, their injuries severe and shocking. Typically, falls happen on Avalanche Gulch, but most climbers can stop on flat areas higher up or reach Helen Lake at worst, so the initial report confused the rescue team. How did the climbers fall so far, and why were their injuries so severe? It was a puzzling mystery that later became clear. With the help of a helicopter from the California Highway Patrol, rescuers quickly arrived. What they saw was a nightmare. The snow was marked with blood, and the climbers' bodies and faces were covered in painful scrapes, like from a violent motorcycle accident on the unforgiving pavement. Both clients had broken legs, with one having a horribly shattered ankle, pointing in a strange direction. As for Webster, despite her appearance, her condition was the most critical. A broken helmet and a small scrape above her left eye only hinted at the devastating head injury she had suffered. Now we come to the saddest part. The final moments of Jillian Webster's life and the impact her loss had on the climbing community. Her co-worker found her in the chaos, still conscious but delirious, sometimes murmuring and sometimes restless. Sadly, her condition worsened rapidly, and soon her heart stopped beating, and she stopped breathing. Even though her colleagues, including an operating room nurse and a wilderness medicine instructor, worked tirelessly, performing CPR for almost an hour, their efforts couldn't save her. Mount Shasta claimed another life that day, Jillian Webster's. Within a few hours, a beautiful morning on Mount Shasta turned into a day of chaos and sorrow. Sadly, Jillian and her clients weren't the only ones who fell down Avalanche Gulch. 2 other climbers also experienced the same terrifying fall, plunging more than 1,000 feet and suffering severe injuries. While Jillian lost her life, her clients managed to survive, although they were in critical condition. Rescuers acted quickly, using special equipment called screamer suits and lifting the injured climbers with a long cable attached to a helicopter. Slowly, they were carried to safety, away from the dangerous mountainside. Both clients had broken ankles that needed surgery, but they made amazing recoveries in the end. Even though the couple may not participate in activities like crampons and ice axes anymore, they have no regrets about taking on Mount Shasta. They believe it was an unforgettable adventure, made possible by having the right gear and the guidance of top-notch Mount Shasta guides. Jillian Webster's sudden passing deeply impacted the close-knit Shasta climbing community. Her co-workers expressed their sorrow and admiration for her in a heartfelt Facebook post. They praised her vast experience, impeccable reputation, and the love and respect she earned as a mountain professional. Jillian wasn't just an excellent guide, but also an exceptional person who embarked on various adventures like hiking the PCT and rafting the Grand Canyon. Her commitment to education and her warm personality touched the lives of those around her. When venturing into mountaineering, it's crucial to understand the ever-changing nature of mountains. Be prepared for anything. Reaching the summit of a mountain can be a transformative experience, empowering you and reminding you of your inner strength. However, it's important to recognize that these towering giants can quickly become dangerous. Mountains can be unpredictable, shifting from calm to treacherous in an instant. One moment you may be enjoying perfect conditions, imagining the taste of victory at the summit. But the next moment, the mountain can unleash its fury, testing your resilience and determination. This unpredictability emphasizes the need for thorough preparation. When faced with the terrifying prospect of falling down a mountain, it's vital to stay calm and focused. Panic can cloud your judgment and hinder your chances of survival. Remember to protect your head and face with your arms, shielding them from the impact of the fall. Assess your surroundings quickly and redirect your descent towards a safer landing spot, like a snowfield or soft ground, avoiding rocks or dangerous areas. As you near the landing, try to position your body in a way that minimizes the risk of severe injuries. Landing on your side or rolling onto your back can help distribute the impact over a larger area, reducing the chances of serious harm. Once the fall ends, check for injuries and prioritize immediate life-threatening conditions, such as severe bleeding or difficulty breathing. If possible, seek help by calling for assistance or alerting others nearby. Remember, prevention is key. Follow proper mountain safety practices, including wearing appropriate gear, staying on marked trails, and being aware of challenging terrain and weather conditions. Enhance your knowledge by taking mountaineering courses, equipping yourself with the skills to navigate potential dangers. As you embark on your outdoor adventures, keep these important tips in mind. They will guide you in navigating potential disasters and ensuring your safety amidst the unpredictable nature of mountains.